Hello, I'm Suyesh Rizvi, creating this video on the working of the 4-stroke petrol engine. In this video, you are seeing the picture of a 4-stroke engine. Uh, In this figure, you see that the arrow which is pointing downwards on the part which is indicated as the piston. Now this shows the inlet stroke or the suction stroke when the suction valve or the inlet valve opens and allows the fuel air mixture to come inside the cylinder, because when the piston moves inside, it creates a low pressure zone inside the cylinder, which causes the fuel air mixture to come inside the cylinder, and the whole of the cylinder is filled with the air fuel mixture, and at the last the piston is reached to the bottom area, which is known as the bottom dead center, and this area is known as the top dead center. So the movement of the piston from the top dead center to the bottom dead center, due to the downward motion of the piston, is known as the suction stroke, and during this suction stroke the inlet valve opens and the air fuel mixture enters inside this. Now at the end of the inlet stroke or the suction stroke, the next stroke is the compression stroke. Now here we see that the connecting rod, which is this part, is become straight because the piston moves from here, that is the bottom dead center, to the top dead center, compressing the fluid. Now during this you see that both the valves, this is the exhaust valve and this is the inlet valve, both the valves are closed and the piston moves from the bottom dead center to top dead center, and this arrow which is pointing in the upward direction shows the direction of this piston, so that it can move from bottom to top and compressing the fuel air mixture, thus creating a very high pressure on the fuel air mixture. Now at the end of the compression stroke, the next stroke is known as the power stroke. As you are seeing that after compression, this highly compressed air fuel mixture is burned by the initiation of a spark through this spark plug here, and the fuel gets burning, and thus creating a very high pressure on this piston, which forces this piston again to the bottom dead center. And now this motion of this piston, which is reciprocating inside the cylinder, is transferred through this connecting rod to the crankshaft, and it starts rotating. After the power stroke, when the piston reaches to the bottom dead center, the whole of the cylinder is filled with the burnout gases, and at that moment the exhaust stroke starts and the piston starts moving from the bottom dead center to the top dead center. Here when it reaches the top dead center, it by moving from bottom dead center to top dead center, it evacuates the gases uh, produced from the combustion of the fuel. At this moment this exhaust valve open and whole of these gases are released to the atmosphere. In this way all the four strokes are completed. The piston when reaches to the top dead center, again it moves to the bottom dead center, and again the inlet valve opens, air fuel mixture enters. In this way the cycle is repeated, and the motion of this reciprocation of the piston is transferred to this, and the motion of the reciprocation of this piston inside the cylinder is transferred through this part which is known as the connecting rod, which connects the piston and the crankshaft. So the reciprocating motion is converted into the rotary motion of the crankshaft, which is then transferred through a set of gears to the wheels, so that we can take the power for the useful purposes.